What is good, y'all? So before today's video even starts, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. That way you don't miss nothing. This is a little story time on how I crashed the V. 2 or so months since it happened, a month or two, something like that. It's been so long I don't even remember. So it was back in, I want to say June. Back in June, it was June 27th, I believe. It was about 11 o'clock in the morning, and I was on the way to McDonald's to go get some breakfast. And long story short, I ended up getting a speeding ticket. So I wasn't working at this time. I was just, just riding the roads, having a good time. And I wasn't working, but I was still able to just ride around or whatever, do whatever I wanted to do. So I got that speeding ticket. I think the date on that was June 27th. And then the same day that I got the speeding ticket, I got my first job, which was being a DoorDash delivery driver. I did that for about a month. It was pretty much exactly a month. July 21st, I got in my car accident. So, I had been driving, cutting up, whatever. From the whole time I had the car, pretty much. And I'm going to give y'all a little summary of that day. So I was doing DoorDash. I woke up that morning about 11 o'clock, left the house, was DoorDashing all day long. So I stayed out till late because at the time I was going back and forth picking up my ex from work. So long story short, I was working all day, had a good day, everything was good, chilling, and it was about anywhere from like 10 to 12. Whenever I had picked her up. Whenever I picked him up, it was just drizzling a little bit. It wasn't drizzling hard. It wasn't raining. None of that. It was a light drizzle. I wasn't thinking nothing of it. It had already been kind of like the drizzling on and off before I picked him up. So I was driving. The roads were already kind of wet, not like heavy wet, but just you could tell it was raining and whatnot, like drizzling and stuff. And so I picked them up, and then I was still DoorDashing because DoorDash doesn't end in my area until I think 11:30. So it had to be before 11:30 at least. So I was doing what I was gonna do. It was gonna be my last order, or it was gonna be one of my last orders, because I pretty much just DoorDashed all day long from the time that I dropped him off for work to the time that I picked him up from work. So everything was good. Everything was, going smooth or whatever. And I had got a DoorDash order that had popped up on my phone for Taco Bell, and it was across town. So we hadn't. Well, the DoorDash, it had popped up on my phone, and I clicked accept. And the thing about DoorDash is whenever if you lose service or whatever, if it pops up on your screen and you click accept, whenever you get service, it'll automatically, it accepts it for you. That way you don't have to lose it. You don't lose the offer. So it had popped up. I had clicked accept, and then it wasn't working. I don't know what was happening. That thing, it disappeared and all that. I was already driving that way. I was like, you know what? If it pops up between the time that I get closer there, then I'll go and do it. If not, then we just gonna go back to my house. So long story short, I get into I go through the middle part of town, and I'm on my side of town, which is closer to the road that I take to go down to my house. So I was getting closer towards, the main highway, and the bottom fell out of nowhere. whenever I had picked them up, it was a light drizzle. And then by the time that we got to where I wrecked at, which was not even, it was a few miles down the road. It was like raining. It was terrible. So in between my ticket and the wreck, I was having I had a tire issue. It wasn't much. It wasn't none. It was just on my rims that I had on my car. The inside of the wheel on the actual tire, the tread started to rip off. So I had switched over to my factory tires, but one of my factory tires had the threads were showing on it. So I just put the two factory tires on the back, and I left the two rims on the front, because I was just I didn't too much want to pay to get my tire that I already had. I had an extra tire for the rims or whatever. I just had to pay to go pay to get them to put it on. So then, so I had the two factories on the back, the two rims on the front. The tires that were on the rims were brand new. They looked brand new. But the ones on the factory had never been changed, because whenever my parents got the car back in like 2015, whenever, like, it was way back when, they just put rims on it. It was my mama's car at one point. She just put rims on it. Instead of getting new tires, she just put rims on them, which makes sense because there's no point. But long story short, yeah, so I was going to just temporarily ride on the rim, or ride on the factory two on the back, until I could just pay to get all new tires for the factories, because I had wanted to go back to the factories anyway, because I liked the way that they looked. And so the tread wasn't as good on the back wheels as they were on the front. But I'm coming over a hill through town in Waysboro. I'm like right there, like right before you get to the funeral home. And I felt it. The way it happened was so crazy. Like, I was 110% aware the whole entire time until after the wreck. So I had felt the front two wheels start spinning. Be mindful, it's raining hard as hell. So I had felt the two front wheels start spinning, and as soon as the two front wheels started spinning, the back wheels, like the back of the car, slid out to the left, and I started sliding. So I'm aware, like, the whole time, like 100% awareness. So as soon as I feel the car start sliding, like the back of the car starts sliding out to the left, I start trying to correct it. I don't remember what I had said, but I kept saying something. I was like, this can't be real, some shit like that. I was just like, whatever. But anyways, they sitting in the passenger seat chilling, not worried about nothing, and not even paying attention, because word of mouth was that they thought I had it, so whatever. But yeah, so I'm sitting here trying to correct it, and I remember I looked over to my left out the driver window, and I remember looking directly at the pole that we hit. And I looked to my left. I seen the pole as we were sliding to it, and then I looked straight, and I just gripped the steering wheel with both of my hands. I was like, I pretty much just holding on for dear life. And anyways, it wasn't no, like, you didn't hear no, it was a very peaceful, like, I don't know. I would have never imagined a wreck being able to be peaceful, but it was the most peaceful, calm wreck the only wreck I've been in, but that I've ever imagined. It was very calm. All I heard was the water. All I heard was the water from the tires on the road. Like, it was like, this is what I remember hearing. It was like, shh, doo. That's literally it. I was chilling. Everybody was chilling. It was just me and the person in the passenger seat. We was chilling and wasn't worried about nothing. Like, it wasn't like a, oh shit, we finna die. Like, none of that. It was very calm, very peaceful. Well, we hit the pole and it hit the rear driver door. And so we slid into it. Well, we slid, I don't know. I don't remember exactly everything. I know we slid into the pole. We hit the pole and it spun the car around. And there's a white house on the corner across the little street from the funeral home. And I remember we went in between the pole and that white house. And then we had, by the end of the wreck, we were facing it. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna insert a clip of what it looked like that night. So y'all go ahead. It was raining mad hard, but this is the clip right here. But yeah, long story short, that's pretty much everything as far as that. I got some pictures of the car that I'm gonna put like after we got the car. But yeah, so as soon as everything happened, the way that the airbags are in that car, they shot down over the windows on both sides, and then the airbags on my side of the car, on the driver's side, in the seats, the driver's seat and the passenger seat in the back. On the sides, the airbags had deployed on the seats and then just over the windows on both sides. So it's like the whole time, like it was no commotion. There was nowhere, like there wasn't glass in the car, nothing like. And so we get out the car. I'm like walking around, like going, like losing my marbles. Like I'm fucking my life up. Like I'm hyperventilating and shit, worried about, just that I'm fucking my life up. And cause I had just got a speeding ticket. I hadn't even paid the speeding ticket yet and got in a fucking car wreck. So, but yeah, so that happened. And then I called my mom, and before I even got off the phone with her, I ain't even called the cops, and the cops had showed up. And so I don't know if that was like a feature on the car itself, or if that was something dealing with just them driving through town, because in Waysboro, the cops be all over Waysboro, so I don't know. But they got there and then pretty much just talked to us, asked us what happened, told them hydroplane. Man, I was going probably 40 mile an hour, 45, no faster. And so it was really crazy because I got some clips of me driving, and I don't typically drive 40, 45 all the time, you know what I'm saying? So, take that as you will. So, but yeah, man, it was fun though. The wreck wasn't fun. The car was fun. And so, but she gonna be back on the road before you know it, man. I promise y'all that. I'm already going ahead. I've already gotten into the process of getting everything fixed. I got a mod that I have done so far that I'm gonna go ahead and I'll let y'all know. But man, another thing too, I had just put subs in that car. Just wired up the subs. I went through 2 sub boxes in the little bit of time that I had it, bro. It was weird. So I had bought an amp, bought the subs, bought everything I needed, got it wired up. I used the subs that the first sub box that I had bought. It was a dual 8-inch kicker box, the Kicker Comp C. A dual ported box, it was a dual ported box or whatever. So it sound great. I could probably insert a little clip of what it was hitting on. I'll go ahead and insert that now. But yeah, man, so that's the first thing. That's the first sub that I had. And then I had probably ran it. I had it not even like 3 days, and it blew. Like, it blew. They were used. I bought them used, and they blew after like 3 days of me having them. So then I had went to Walmart. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I just bought me an amp. I just bought me all this. I done wired it up and everything. Like, went and had me and my stepdad. We took everything, like, took the radio out and everything, wired it up. And I hadn't even done the part where I hadn't even tidied up my wires yet. Like, I still had the cable, all the wiring from the front of the car to the back of the car that went to the trunk. It went up under the trim on the floor, pretty much. It went up under that trim, and then right there at the foot of, like, the back seat, you know, where that trim piece ends, I had it coming up, and it went in between the crack of the seat into the trunk. So I hadn't even tidied up my wires the way I wanted to. And, but yeah, that happened. But long story short, that's pretty much the story on the car. Oh, no, I'm missing a bunch. Hold on. So then, you know, once we got there, whatever, or once the cop got there, we was talking or whatever, he called, the tow man came out, and I was packing up my stuff. Dude, I lost my license that night. Like, I had two different licenses because I had my paper copy, and then I had ended up losing my hard copy because I had lost my wallet, and then I ended up ordering another copy of my hard, like my plastic license, and then I had ended up finding the wallet, so I had 2 hard copies and 1 paper copy. Well, dude, I lost one of my hard copies that night because it was so chaotic as far as, like, the rain and all that, and just everything. But I had pretty much, I was just like, bro. So I went in, the first thing I did was went in there. I was getting everything, we was getting everything packed up, situated. That way, you know, whenever my mama get there, we could put all of the stuff in the car. That way they wouldn't take nothing to the tow yard, because you know how that goes. If you've been in wrecks and had to deal with tow yards before, you know how it go. You can't trust them, because they gonna go through and make sure they know everything that's in that car before they deal with it or whatever. But that happened, and then I'm trying to think. So they towed it, and then I ended up getting the car. We ended up getting the car out, like, I think 3 days after the wreck, maybe. It was like a day, anywhere from like 1 to 3 days after the wreck. I think it was 3 days that it was. So I got the car out 3 days later, and then they brought it to the house. I can insert the clip of them bringing it to the house. And then pretty much I drove it. They dropped it off right up here. Actually, no, it was right here. They dropped it over here in the grass, and then we pretty much just drove it, and then we parked it right here. And then now I got it parked around back. So, but yeah, so this is gonna be a whole little series as far as the Malibu. She's gonna be back on the road. Like I said, I got some more videos coming on that. But yeah, this story time has been long overdue. So just figured I'd go ahead and give y'all this video real quick. I can say, as far as everything goes with my channel, I do plan on making a new channel. That way I can, you know, start fresh. And I don't know what happened to my other channel, but my other channel got took down. I think I know why, but I'm not 100% sure. So I just got to be more mindful of what I do and don't post. But yeah, so I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already, because like I said, man, I got some more videos coming for y'all. I do got to get back on my YouTube stuff. That I've been going through some some little stuff that I gotta overcome, but it'll just be a matter of time. I do have something else. I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say what it is, but some more content coming. And so y'all just stay tuned. Show your boy some love, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.